participants who have joined us here. When I go through the list, I can see a lot of youngsters, PG scholars in various institutes, uh, junior clinicians, very senior clinicians, uh, and this becomes a mixture of participants who are having variety of experiences, who are here to join us with this session. And as that throughout India, the even though the number of cases are getting slowly reduced, the death rate currently is like the same. Many we see that in our state, Kerala, we were having only 20 to 30% dying per day, and slowly it raised to 60, and from yesterday it took off to 90. Today, I think it is 98. So in such a state like Kerala, which is very small when compared to UP or other states, we cannot afford a death rate of 98% per day. So it is highly saddening that while we listen to this workshop, this series of classes regarding how to manage Jwara, there are persons who are dying at the same time. So it is highly assembling here with a heavy heart, seeing what is happening around us. And this weakness of our heart triggers us to do something for our fellow beings. So the final, the ultimate aim of all these things is to develop the hidden potentials of Ayurveda. I will underline the statement, the hidden potentials of Ayurveda, which can be made useful for all the doctors, and through the doctors, let it be a blessing to the entire suffering people. Now, what we want is we need a group which is highly smart, uh, with a purpose, a sense of purpose that they will deliver the quality services to those who are approaching them. So the critical part of that is to hear from the mouth of speakers who are excellent clinicians in this field, who are managing as ground level warriors, the finest nuances of the management of COVID 19. So for that, today we are here, Dr. Basavaraj Pujar sir, who needs no introduction in Bangalore. I know him for many years as he was my head of department at first at MDR Ayurveda Medical College, and also thereafter at Ashtangam Ayurveda Medical College, where I am currently working. And later he resigned from the academic field, and he dedicated himself to entirely to clinical practice. And I still remember one day when I was calling to ask sir whether you are now still attached to any college, and he was telling that no, I want to fully focus on my clinical practice so that I can deliver good results. And he is a man who focuses entirely on Ayurveda to give results. So I know that he's a product of he's a postgraduate of Government Ayurveda College Bangalore, and thereafter he taught at many colleges, having excellent track record, as well as he is having a great number of patients who are being served by him in a best possible way. So his experience is as vast and broad. So let us have this session delivered by him, and thereafter I expect all of you to join into a very vibrant question answer session with all of your doubts voiced to him, so that we will have good takeaways. By these words, let me invite Dr. Basavaraj sir to take over this session. Sir, please.
Thank you, Rahul. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Uh, okay.
Hello, sir.
I'm just sharing my screen.
Yeah, no problem, no problem, sir. No problem.
Um, I think it is visible, right?
Yes, sir. We can put it into the slideshow mode.
Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Okay. Namaste all. So the group is formed because of the intention Karyakarana. All of us we are knowing. So to continue the same intentions, so today I'll be sharing few of my clinical experiences and the commonly used yogas. So with some the principles, so which we are implementing in the day-to-day practice and what the results we are getting. Based on that, I want to start. So here the slide you can see are the aspects of present pandemic. So I'm not using the word COVID or some other things. So why I'm not using, I'll explain later. So next, so this is all of us we are knowing and we are all following this. So to attain Dharmartha Sukha Sadhana, so we are Vidheya to Ayurveda, Ayurveda Upadesheshu Videha Paramadaraha. So now it is the time to prove ourselves because in entire country you may be seeing that so most of the clinical things, pandemic situation, everything is going on, but we are not given that much importance. So in Karnataka, everybody is knowing, and even in other states also. So this is a very good opportunity for us to prove ourselves. So we are doing in our individual levels, but in a collective way, if we are able to show
Hello,
this
sir.
to the world, yes,
Your sound was breaking, sir.
yes, Rahul.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Your sound was breaking, sir.
Okay, okay, okay.
Ah,
Now it is okay, no?
yes, yes.
Now it is okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Ah. So Ayurveda Upadesheshu Videya Paramada. So if we are Videya to this, surely we are going to get Adara. If we are Avideya to this, surely we'll be having another. So now we can easily differentiate. So why we are not given that much importance. So let's see and try to use this opportunity to come forward and to be involved in the mainstream. Okay, now exactly starting with the topic. So COVID-19. So here every one of us, usually Ayurveda members, will be having this doubt in our mind that COVID-19, whether that is real or simply
Hello,
fake.
sir.
Yes.
Hello, sir. Again, the same disturbance is coming, sir. The same
Hello.
disturbance is coming. Voice is breaking, sir. The voice is breaking, sir.
1 minute. Now it is okay.
Yes, yes, yes.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, so COVID, whether it is real or fake one, all these kind of things. And now we are seeing so many patients around. There are so many tests related to this thing. There are so many tests. There are so many radiological investigation, hematological investigation. There are so many things are there. So in that, so is it possible to figure out that COVID-19 is that much spreading and all? So if we are going to think in a logical way, so in our Shastra, we are having a term called Shankhavisha. So Shankhavisha in the sense, so all of you are knowing what exactly Shankhavi means. If we are having that fear in our mind, so that the fear may trigger the symptoms. If we are getting small throat pain also or a small running nose also, we'll be thinking it may be corona. So that much of wide kind of publicity is given to this corona. So do we think that the other diseases, so previously this is the situation in Bangalore, we used to get so many dengue cases. But nowadays there are no dengue cases at all. Only COVID cases are there. Each and every general practitioner is seeing almost 100, 200 patients per day in OP level. Microbial and all you may be seeing in the news.
Hello, sir. Again, the same
Yes,
issue.
Rahul.
Maybe the Bluetooth is interfering. I think so.
Okay. Yes, I think I'll switch over to the this thing, laptop mode itself.
Yeah, yeah,
1 minute.
yeah. Maybe that will be. Hello, sir. Not hearing, sir. Your mic is mute, sir. Sir, please unmute, sir. Hello, sir. Hello.
Now, am I audible?
Yes, 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 sir. Yes.
Yes, yes. Okay, okay. Okay. So technical issues. So we are not very sound in technical issues. So we
No
are
problem.
getting used to this kind of things. Okay. So here, this COVID-19 situation, what I was telling related to Shankavisha. And there are no other diseases at present. In India, you can take, even in Bangalore also, I was talking related to dengue virus and all. But dengue is completely gone nowadays. It is not having any means. Everything is being treated as positive. This COVID itself, unless and until it is proved otherwise. So every doctor is telling the same kind of thing. And the stroke cases are reduced. Hypertension, diabetes cases are reduced. Asthma cases are reduced. Most of the cases are reduced. Only the thing presently is COVID, because it has given the publicity in such a way that, and there are so many things related to this COVID. So for that reason, so here there might be a Shankavisha factor also playing. So that is my assumption, and it may be true also in some of the aspects. And next, coming to what our Shastra speaks about this kind of things. So in our Shastra, in Shushruta Kushtha Nidana, he's going to clearly explain about these kind of things like Kushtam Jwarascha Shoshascha Netravishandevacha Opasirgika Rogascha Sankramanti Naran Naran. Sankramanti Naran Naran. That's a very important thing here. It means these rogas which are mentioned above, they are Kushtha, Jwara, Shosha, Netrabhishanda. So these will be surely spreading from one person to other. So the mode of spread is also told in the first line, that is Prasangat, Gatra Samsparshat, Nishwasat, Sahabhojanat, Sahashayasanachapi, Vastramalyanulepanat. So these are the mode of spreading of disease. Nishwasat is just, and the other thing, it means that, so if the one person is getting affected by this kind of COVID you take, or common cold you take, or Jwara you take, so usually it is going to spread to the other person. That is told years ago. So it was known to us. So now it is being implemented in a practical way. So that is what it is being called as COVID, I think. So the why it is spreading and all these things, we'll have a discussion. So Nishwasat. So for that reason, we are using mask and all. We are maintaining social distancing, all these things. So there are so many issues are there. So in our Shastra, that was told. It means that COVID-19, you say it or not, so these kind of diseases were earlier told in our Shastra. It means that the diseases were told means surely the chikitsa will be told. Okay, next come to the havoc what is created in the country. We can see that there are so many number of deaths are there. So many number of deaths. So here we are supposed to think logically. So before COVID, so whether the deaths were not there, yes, of course, deaths were there, but related to disease, and they were not being highlighted. So nowadays, what is happening? Each and every death is almost taken as COVID itself. So previously, last year, in the same situation, if the deaths were there, the dead bodies used to be examined for COVID. So they used to get the swab of a dead body and all, they used to declare. But nowadays, I don't think this is being done. And most of the deaths are declared as COVID itself. That may be the reason, I'm saying that may be the reason why the death rate is increasing. The other thing is very important, panic. So panic means everybody, even the doctors. So most of the doctors and the non-medicals, you can imagine. So each and every social media platform or the news channel platform, everybody from morning to evening, they are completely bombarding with COVID kind of things. Oxygen scarcity, remdesivir, these kind of things are very common nowadays. So almost 1 year back, we never heard remdesivir kind of medicine is there. And we were not heard like quarantine, isolation, oxygen saturation levels, pulse oximeter, all these things are very new. So since from 1 year, they are all. And if you observe some of the things, periodically, these kind of terms are being changed. Now, kind of black fungus kind of thing. Now, next third wave will be affecting the children. So if we are going to think from 1 year history, so it's a kind of pattern what they are planning. So that kind of pattern, I may be wrong also, but it is my prediction. The other thing is, over medication. Over medication, as doctors, all of us, we are knowing what kind of medicines they are giving. So they are starting with azithromycin, paracetamol, doxycycline, and a number of antibiotics, and followed by so many other things. Remdesivir is a new addition here. So these kind of things they are taking, and maybe because of over medication, because body is having certain resistance levels, and here most of the time death is because of the cytokine storm we are telling. So most of the time, so our body is not able to differentiate between self and non-self. So that is the autoimmune. Autoimmune disease, if we are going to think, then autoimmune is the contribution of modern science. We need to agree for this. Why? Because the self and non-self is not able to differentiate at our own body because of that theory. So it is again my experience, since from so many days I am practicing in that. So next, irrelevant drug trials. So drug trials, all of you are knowing related to this. So previously HCQ was a very nice drug, and each and every country in the world got this HCQ by India itself. Later on, they told single mask is enough, or even the cloth mask is enough. Now it is changed. You need to switch over to double layered mask. So this is I am changing daily changing guidelines. Guidelines related to ICMR you take, or Health Ministry you take, or WHO take. They are daily, they are changing their guidelines. That may be the main cause why this much of havoc situation is there. Later, so blood thinners they started, steroids they started, and a kind of vaccination things are also started. So there are so many varieties of vaccination now. So presently there are 3 vaccines in India, and for that also when to give, what dosage to give. Again, there is a situation so where the clarity is not there, and the WHO is giving some guidelines and the Indian government is following some guidelines. So WHO, yes, of course, it is not reliable. But here in our country, we need to think over these kind of things. So these are the challenges. So what I am presenting is these are the challenges. And one more thing I want to highlight here, the reductionist theory. So as you all know, the modern entire science is based on reductionist theory. For example, if you are having fever, immediately will be given with antipyretic drugs. It means that the body homeostatic condition, or the body is not getting chance to self-heal. So immediately, if the hypertension, immediately give antihypertensive. So this is called reductionist theory. Whereas in Ayurveda, we are having Amavastha, Pachamanavastha, and Pakvavastha. Pakvavastha line of treatment is different, Amavastha is different, Pachamanavastha is different. And then comorbid conditions. So it may be having some role to play. But in our clinical practice, comorbid cases are also giving very good results. Okay, so here I want to share one of my ideology, what I'm thinking related to this COVID or this present pandemic situation. So in our Sharirasthana Sushruta, we all studied Garbhasya Yakrat Lihano Shonita Jau, Shonita Fena Pravaha Puppusaha. So Puppusa is Shonita Fena Pravaha, Shonita Fena. As we all know, Shonita Fena will be always because of Paka. So whenever Shonita Paka is going to take place, that is going to lead to, means this is in Garbha Vyakarana. So like that kind of thing is there. So I'm thinking, so whenever the precipitation of this viremia is being observed in the lung field, at that time, can we go for Siravada? By that Siravada, we may get the good results. So such a patient till now I didn't got, but this is my ideology. So if at all any of such patients are there, we can try. So it may lead to some, we can save somebody's life with that. So this is my theory. And some relevant supporting factors also I can say. So in Siraveda Shiraveda Adhyaya explained in Sushrut Samhita, it is told that specifically that red line highlighted. So Kasa Swasa Shosha Pravruddha Jwara Akshepaka. So these are the things where Shiraveda is contraindicated. So I'm highlighting it is contraindicated. But in the same context, in the next shloka, he is going to mention that Pratishidhana Bicha Vishopasarge Attekecha Shiravedanam Pratishidham. So here so many practitioners are there, so many very good Ayurveda scholars are there. So I'm proposing this theory. If you get any chance, so immediately patient is not going to collapse. So we can try this and we may get some results. So I will be trying for this if any such patients are available. and I'm sharing with all my fellow colleagues also. They can also try. If you are getting good results, please let me know also. So Vishopasarga, now present pandemic, we can say that Vishopasarga itself. So it may be medicine-induced Vishopasarga or the virus-induced Vishopasarga. So in these cases, so if we are going for Siravada, it may help. So whenever I'll be getting these kind of things, surely I'll be sharing. Okay, next coming to the Ayurveda principle part. So in Ayurveda principles for treatment aspects, so we are having, as you all know, so we are having preventive aspects, curative aspects, post-operative aspects. So preventive aspects, so here you can see, based on the Pushta Prakarana Sushruta Samhita, I made this in 2019, last year the same time. So I circulated among my patient group and my colleague groups. So the same thing, see what are to be done. So preventive measures, all these things are like steam inhalation, salt water gargling. So the same things are there. Everybody is knowing about these things. So these are the preventive things. And one more thing I want to share here is, so last year we formed a product like Ojasvi kit, like that means Ojo Vardhaka we started. So it was formed by one of my colleague from Maharashtra itself. So from him, we just circulated all over India, and so many modern doctors also took the same thing. And they got positive, but they were completely asymptomatic. And so many of them, almost nearly, I can say, nearly 1,000 patients I might have approached. So nobody, means majority of them never tested the positive. If they tested positive also, the lakshanas were not at all there. Not even a small lakshana was there. And with that, I got so many results. They were having Shita Pitta, they were having asthma, they were having other problems. They all, means everything gone, asthma related, all these things. So it means that, so Rasayana or preventive measures, so they are helping in one or the other way, not only in COVID, in other conditions also. Next, Chikitsa. So as we all know that, so early diagnosis, early treatment, that is the best way we are supposed to follow, because from Ama Avastha of a disease, we can reverse the pathology. Pachamana, it is not possible to reverse the pathology. We are supposed to go for progressive treatment. It means Vyadhi Prathinika Chikitsa, by giving Viprita Ahara Viharas. So by that, we are supposed to enter into Pakva Avastha. So like in common cold, we are following. In early stage, it is reverse pathology is possible. In Pachamana Avastha, whatever the Nidanas are, the same Nidanas we are supposed to give, so that it will be entering into Pakva Avastha. Pakva Avastha, body will be self-healing. Till today for common cold, there is no medicine, as we all know. So next, based on Avastha of a disease, so Vyadhi Pratinika and Dosha Pratinika Chikitsa are to be applied. So Vyadhi and Dosha Pratinika, they are very important things. So Vyadhi, we need to diagnose based on that, and based on that, the doshas also. So some clinical experiences I will be sharing with you. So there the concepts will be explained. So this is the one of the cases. So very few cases I am presenting here. Why? Because I am not a very big fan of going for investigations. So yes, of course, I may be related to Rognidhana department, but even then, so I'm not the very big fan of all investigations. So I'm not asking most of the patients to go for even for COVID-19 test also. So the reason is, if at all we are telling that COVID-19 test itself, the patient is going to get a kind of phobia. Whether it is coming positive or negative, that is a different thing. And one more thing I want to share here, if it is coming positive also, is there any specific line of treatment which is mentioned for this? No. Then, so we can follow. So as I told earlier, so each and every disease nowadays is COVID itself, unless it is treated otherwise. So, or proved otherwise. So here in this case, so this patient, he was actually a whole family got affected. So I asked only one HRCT only. So in that, so when the patient approached me at that time, their saturation was 85 and they are desperately looking for oxygen bed. And fortunately or unfortunately, they didn't get at that time. So after that, they consulted me. So when they consulted at that time, their saturation was 85. And you believe it or not, within hardly 10 to 15 minutes. So after giving Mahasudarshana Kashaya, Mahasudarshana Kada, their saturation rised. So it was around 90s. So later I started the same treatment, some treatments I started, some medicines I started. So what I'll be sharing later. So later their saturation completely stabilized. So they had the symptom like breathlessness was there, that was reduced. Mild fever was there earlier, that was reduced. Tiredness was there. So for tiredness, so very important complaint in COVID situation nowadays, what we are seeing is the CASA or the coughing followed by tiredness, and this fever, breathlessness. So they can be managed, but these things will be long lasting. Tiredness followed by a kind of, we can say Vataja CASA most of the time. And in the report, you can see 30% of lung involvement was there before treatment, and after treatment only it was reduced to 10%. So CORAD level previously it was 6, and CORAD levels later it is 5. Severity score previously it was 11, later it was 8. So next, so here you can see the CORAD was 5 earlier. Here also the same line of treatment. Whatever the treatments I followed, that I'll be sharing. So I'll be giving majority of my presentation for the formulations itself. So CORAD level, so 5, it means it was positive. Later, completely it was negative. Then CT, it was 4 earlier. Later, it was a mild case, responded well. So this is a very peculiar thing. He was admitted in my hospital actually. So when we got, he had some problems related to breathing and all. So at that time we started with, so we got that X-ray only, not CT at that time. So last year it was. So here hardly for 8 days, exactly for 8 days, I gave only Pippal-Yasava. Other than that, nothing. No medicine was given to him. Only Pippal-Yasava was given. And after the 8th day, it was completely normal. Okay, so these were the clinical experiences, and there are so many experiences, but only the objective parameters I am having. Subjective parameters I am having. Objective parameters, I'm not, as I told, I'm not believing in those things. So as all Ayurveda doctors, we are knowing this, objective and subjective. Subjective parameters are 100%. Objective, it is very difficult to prove. Why? Because they are completely based on the modern parameters. They are not based on Ayurveda parameters for that reason. Okay, so one thing I want to clear here. So these are the medicines which I am frequently using. So don't think I'm just highlighting the brand, or I'm acting as a brand ambassador or something. It's not like that. Here, I want to highlight the ingredients which are present in these things. I'm since from almost so many years, I'm using these things. That's why I'm very confident on these medicines. So other doctors will be having confidence on their the pattern of practice. So here the active principles. So one of my Guruji, he used to mention, Dr. Ravi Shankar Paravaja. So my prescription you are not supposed to follow. So what you are supposed to follow is based on what principle I used to write that prescription. So here I want all of you to understand that only. So for what in the principle I am using this medicine. So that will be, I am not highlighting any brands and all those things. So here this step capsule of Vasu company. So it is having these ingredients like Estimadu, Guruchi, Kandakari. And the very important thing here is it is also having rasa preparations. So that is Gandhaka Rasayana it is having, Godanti it is having, Swarnamakshika it is having, Kansisa it is having. So as you all know, Gandhaka Rasayana and Godanti is best, Jwaragna, all these things are there. Swarnamakshika, Kapha, Vikaras and all. So herbo mineral preparation it is. So herbo mineral preparation, I am asking the patient to continue for usually for not more than 5 days to 7 days. So I'm not giving any medicine for more than 7 days. So this is my pattern of practice. And if a chronicity or the acute symptoms are there, like increased coughing and these kind of things, I'm asking the patient to open up the capsule, and whatever the capsule content will be there, mix it with honey and lick that. So I'll be giving muhur matra, means repeatedly I'll be giving that dose, and immediately the coughing or cold related things, they will be coming down. So this is, with this drug I am getting good results. Even in case of COVID also, I'm practicing the same. So this is one more thing. And in this Nielsen capsule, we are having Nagaguti, Mahasudarshana, Sitopala, Manjista. So as yesterday, I think some of the Maharashtra presentation I was hearing. So the Rakta Prasadana is also one of the very important aspect of treatment in this present pandemic. So it means that, so Mahasudarshana is also there, Sitopala is there, and Manjista is there. Manjista Rakta Prasadaka, Sitopala, Kapha Vilayana, Mahasudarshana, Jwaragna and all these things, Nagaguti is also there. So this combination is there. So that's why we can try. And it is also having very good results. And this green remedies, GRAB, usually this company fellows, they are circulating it as antiviral, antibiotic like that. So we may not believe that, but if we are going to use in our clinical practice, we are getting very good results. Specifically in case of Rana, So whether internal or external, whatever it is. And in most of the infectious conditions like lung related and all, we are getting good results. So based on it is having TG, it means Trifala Gudu, Gandhak Rasayana, Arogyavardhini. It means Yakrut Uttejana is there, then Guduchi and Manjista is also there. So that's why it may be giving good results. So in my clinical practice, I'm using these things with a very good results. Next, so in COVID cases, as you all know, that tiredness is a very important thing. A kind of lethargy will be there. So for that reason, I am using this Cool Melon of Atrimed Pharmacy. So this Atrimed Pharmacy Cool Melon, why I choose is, so it is having Shadanga Paniya in this. Shadanga Churna is this. And it is processed in Narikela Jala. In Narikela Jala and Shadanga Churna is there. And Draksha and Sariva. So recently, one of my fellow doctor got affected by COVID-like symptoms and the lethargy or this kind of things. So you believe it or not, hardly after taking 2 to 3 teaspoons of that. So I am practicing this. So 2 teaspoons every hourly or every 2 hourly based on the situation. So immediately means Sadhyo Bala Prada I can say. So for that reason. So it is as it is Paniya, it is not going to cause that much of Agni Mandya, and it is Shadanga Paniya. Shadanga Paniya is there, Shadanga Churna is there. For that reason, it is giving good results in case of lethargy kind of conditions. Next, Madhifala Rasayana. All of you are aware of this. So as it is having Amladravya, Jambira, Adraka. So whenever Agni Mandya conditions are there we can use this thing. And it is again Sadhyo Bala Prada. Similarly, Dadima Valeha, as you all know, it is Ratasya. The same practice I am giving usually 1 to 2 teaspoons. So hourly or 2 hourly, 3 hourly like that based on the situation, based on the Avastha of Aroga, based on the Rogi Bala. So based on that I am giving and very good results. So many times I am giving these things in sugar patients as well. So I need to admit this. Why? Because so at the time of when they are feeling lethargy and all, so even the modern fellows, they will be giving glucose itself. So while giving these medicines, they are having we are not supposed to think that sugar levels will be rising and all. So for that reason, I am giving. Till now, I didn't came across with any kind of complications related to this. Next, my drug of choice, whenever a flu kind of symptoms are there, myalgia with coryza kind of things. So at that time, my drug of choice is always slow mixture. It is of Swadeshi Pharmacy of Udupi. And just 4 teaspoons of this with hot water. I am giving for 2 to 3 times based on the situation. And within the, as compared to modern drugs, so this is giving very fast result. You can try this also. Flu mixture. It's main Amrita, Bilva, Shonyaka, Gambari, these kind of preparations are there. And it is Kashaya. And when we are mixing it with hot water, we are getting very good results. So Pushkaramrita, no need of explaining. Pushkara Mula, so as it is very specifically indicated in case of Pupusa Vikaras, so Parshishula and all. So we are knowing these things. So I am using this usually 4 teaspoons with water right after food. Why? Because in this coryza kind of thing or COVID kind of thing, usually the complaints are, so they are getting productive or non-productive cough, one thing. The other thing is, right after food intake, they are feeling a kind of a Rajekshma symptom, means kapha, utklesha, so that kind of thing. So in that case, so initially when Amavastha is there, at that time I am using Pushkaramrita. Later I will be switching over to means whenever Abanirhan done, at that time Bhojanottar Gritapana, so that is indicated in Pratishay. So that I'll be explain. That I'll be adding to the treatment. So it based on avasthas what I am practicing. Next, Pipalyasava, as all of us we are knowing. Yes, of course, Pipalyasava is told in Grahani Roga Adhikara. But even then, in COVID situations, so it is a kind of game changer. Why? Because in most of the cases, I am using this Pipalyasava not more than 7 days. So within 7 days, so I am preventing involvement of lung in COVID conditions. So that is the biggest achievement if we can use this. And there are so many other things like Vardhaman, Chauchat people is there, Vardhaman people Rasayana, as we all know, and people related any of the products we can give. And surely we'll be getting good results by Pipalyasava. So this can be used, and it is told in Kshaya, Gulma, Udara, Karsha and Panduroga. Next, coming to some Rasa Yogas. So Rasa Yoga, since from my practice, means initial days of practice, I'm believing only in Dudh Papeshwar Rasa Yogas. So I may be wrong also. Other medicines may be correct, but their formulation, their way of presentation, and how they are explaining the things, their setup and all. So it impressed me a lot. That's why I'm using only these things. So here some very important products like Hridroga Chintamani Rasa. So I had used in most of the conditions, most of the heart diseases also. According to me, heart disease is not related to heart as a pumping organ. Heart disease is always related to manas. So for that reason, considering manas as a sthana for hridaya as a sthana of manas. So for that reason, so I am concentrating on these things. In psychological conditions also I'm using, in dhatu kshaya conditions I'm using, and even COVID conditions also we can use. Why? Because of these ingredients you can see, it is having akika pishta. So whenever viremia conditions are there, that paka is going to lead to precipitation. So pittotlesha condition, you might have observed the clinically. So usually whenever ama is there, at that time tongue will be coated. But in COVID patients, so most of the time we are not able to see that coating of tongue. Instead, it will be very, the bright kind of tongue will be there. So that is the main thing. So why we are supposed to concentrate on pitta shamana chikitsa here. So for that reason, Akika Pisti we can use, followed by Arjuna, Jatamams is there, Manjista, Abrakabasma is there, Purna Chandrodaya Makaradvaja. So when all these things, and the dosage, so usually it is coming in 30 pack. So in milder condition, I'll be using only one tablet in the morning time, or else I will be increasing the dosage if the emergency situations are there. At that time, maximum I'll be giving only 2 tablets per day. So till now only practice 2 tablets and I'm getting the desired results. So this is one more Madhumeha Kusmakara. Yes, of course it is indicated, main indication is Madhumeha itself, but in most of the Dhatu Kshaya condition I am using. So why? Because it is having Suvarna Yukta. Suvarna is the main thing. Along with that it's having Shuddha Shilajatu, Yashadavasma, and it is processed in Bilva Patra and Asanadikwata Churna. So for that reason, irrelevant of the diabetic patients only, I am giving this drug in case of Dhatu Kshaya related things. Why? Because of these things. And surely this can be given in COVID conditions as well. No doubt in this. Okay, so very important formulations. That is Abragarbha Pottali. So as we all know that Pottali is a very potent. Why? Because see, our Rashastra is based on the principle that Alpopayogi means Alpa Dravya can be used to get the maximum results. So Labopayushasthana based on that principle. So this Abragarbha Pottali, so this is having Shodhita, Parada, Gandhaka and Swarna in this, and Abrakabasma. So all this together, they are condensed, and these things, so previously I used to use this Abragarbha Pottali in carcinoma cases. So in carcinoma cases, I used to get very, specifically lung cancer related things. So the same thing I applied in COVID also, I'm getting good results. So hardly the mode of administration is, so on a stone or something, on a rough surface, you just rub 5 to 10 circles along with honey or ghee. So based on the situation again, so the patient has to lick that. So only once in a day. I want to share, so previously what I told Siravada related thing. So this thing I practiced. So previously one lung carcinoma case was there, and she was having pneumonitis followed by pleural effusion was also there. So in that case, I went for Siravada. So right after Siravada, whatever the breathing problem, what she had at that time, so immediately it resolved. So for that reason, that is also playing in my mind. So that's why I presented that theory. So let's see what will be happening. Next, very important, Godanti Basma. Since Godanti Basma is easily available and it's not very costly also. The other Ragasya Yogas may be costly, but it's very easily available. So this, usually it is very effective in case of to reduce the temperature, burning sensation, excessive thirst, headache, helpfully reducing onset of fever like Vishamajvara. So this is very effective, very useful in case of Godanti Basma. In our Bangalore group, I shared one patient review of Rajasthan. So that patient was having comorbidities. So there I used the same Godanti Basma and that patient recovered well. So that I shared also. So here mode of administration is hardly take a pinch of this Godanti Basma whenever a Jvaravastha is there and drop it on the tongue of a patient. So as the patient means it will be dissolving there. So sublingual, this kind of things, what we are asking, like that only, Godanti Basma has to be given. And it's having very good results. In the acute onset of fever also, it will be acting better. So in COVID situation, surely it will be helping. Next, Hemagarbha Potali, the same kind of thing, Hemagarbha. So here, specifically it is indicated for Pranava, Shrotas, Kasa, Swasa, Kshaya, these kind of things. So we can use the method of administration. And these medicines are not readily available on the medicine shops. So it has to be ordered to the company itself, that is Dudh Papeshwar company itself, and they will be sending to you to the doctor only. Only they are sending to the doctors. Why? Because the reason is, so if it is not properly used, surely they are having so many complications as well. So immediately they can trigger so many Pittotklesha kind of thing, ulcer formation, these kind of things are there. For that reason, for a limited period of time, it has to be used. Next, Jayamangal Rasa. As we all know, it is explained in Vaishya Ratnavali. So it is Suvarna Kalpa, and it is indicated in almost all varieties of Jwaras. Any variety of Jwara you name, it will be there. It is explained very beautifully in this thing, Vaishya Ratnavali, Jwara Prakarana itself. So Dhatugata Jwara you take, or any kind of Raktagata Jwara you take, Jirna Pandu you take. So anywhere it can be used. So for that reason, and again the dosage depending. So most of the this Rasa Yogas will be used very logical and very ethical way. That's a very important thing. So it has to be administered very little quantity. So what will the little quantity of these presentations will be there, and that is enough. That is enough. Don't load the patient with these kind of things. And there are so many theories circulating that if we are using heavy metals, they are going to cause some problem to kidneys and all. No. So it is not there. Why? Because they are properly formed. So I'm having very good friends of mine. They are working as nephrologists and all. So I used to ask them, so whether they are coming up across these kind of situations. Till today, nobody came with this, means they took the Ayurveda treatment and they got nephrotic syndrome, this kind of things. No, I never heard these things. So safely we can use. Next, its ingredients are Swarna Basma, Raupe Basma. So these individual Basmas are also having very important role. So like only Swarna Basma, Raupe Basma, Kantaloha Basma, or else Tamra Basma, all they are having. And these Basmas, how to administer is, so mix it with Sitobaladi Churna or Eshtimadu Churna or any kind of things. So we can easily mix and we can give. So why? Because so when we are mixing these things in a formulations, so they will be acting. And one more thing is they are enhancing the property of those medicines as well. So Rasa Dravyas are designed for that only. So they will be enhancing the efficacy of those particular drugs also. So this is widely using nowadays. So it is having Swasa Kasa Chintamani Rasa. Specifically Pranava Shrotas Swasa Vikara. So specifically for that, and very importantly, it is Ojo Vardhaka as well. So here, whenever Pranava Shrotas is involved, along with Pranava Shroto, Dushti, Lakshanas or whatever the drugs will be giving, along with that, so we are supposed to go for Rasayana also. So that Rasayana will be based on this thing. For that reason, we are getting very good results. So how I'm administering these medicine is, I'm asking the patient to crush this and mix with honey and lick it. So when we are giving sublingually or asking the patient to lick, at that time we are getting better results. Better means faster results, I can say. For that reason, I am practicing like this. This is also very potent medicine, presently very widely used, I think. It is having Swasa Kasa Chintamani and Swasa Kasa Chintamani separately also it is very useful drug. Naradiya Lakshmi Vilasa, it is also very useful drug. Naradiya Lakshmi Vilasa Rasa I am using in most of the common cold, means running nose, all these kind of things. So usually night doses, as we all know that Uttamaga related things, Nishi, means night doses is very important. So I'll be using that. So night time when I'm using, so I'm getting very good results for the this Naradiya Lakshmi Vilasa. Samira Pannaga, here you can see this, we can highlight this is helpful in proper secretion without causing any bronchial inflammation. Bronchial inflammation can be prevented. Only for this reason also we can use Samira Pannaga. As we all know, it is Kupi Pakparasayana, and we can better use this in acute conditions, and even in most of the chronicity or severity of the conditions. So there also we can, judicially we can use these things. Ingredients, parda, gandaka, malasindura, these kind of things are there. Next, aflosil, it's having Tribonkirti. Specifically, I suggest it has to be used in Kapha Pradhana Jwara. So wherever Kapha Pradhanata will be there, or else kind of Coriza kind of things are there, at that time it is having a very good result. So it is that Tribonkirti is balanced by adding these things like Shekhar Rasa and Mahasudarshan Churna. For that reason, it is giving good results. So in acute conditions, I am using this tablet. Next, post-operative things. So post-operative things, Rasayana is very important. So all the symptoms are reduced, but still the patient will be having post-viral complications as well. At that time, we need to concentrate on Rasayanas. So there are so many Rasayanas, all we know that. So here, very unique formulation, that is formula compound. Why? Because it's having Swarna Bhasma, Raupya Bhasma, Abraka Bhasma, Kantalo Bhasma, Pravada Pishpi, Makarad Bhaja. So all these ingredients are mixed with Chavanaprasha. For that reason, so in post-viral complication, it is going to give a very good results. So this I am practicing. Next, this is of Maharshi Pranadhara. So again, for steam inhalation, I am asking the patient to put few drops into their steamer, and they'll be inhaling the fumes. So it is having Karpura, Pudina Sattva, Nilgiri, Dalchini, these kind of things, and very effective. Daily in my family, and I am also using these things. So daily, night and all we are using, and we are getting very comfortable things. So this is again one more. So previously, almost 1 year back, before this corona, I used to use this Amrit Kalash medicine for carcinoma condition and HIV cases. So there I used to give this. But now I started to use this as a preventive as well as for post-operative conditions as well. So preventive also Amrit Kalash is good, and post-COVID situation also it is playing a very good role. So this can be used, and it is easily available also. And one more of the same pharmacy, they are producing this IU Defense. So it is also acting good. Means for prophylactic thing also, for curative thing also, for both. So they are claiming it as antiviral, antibacterial. There are so many things. Almost all the pharmacies are telling the same thing. But practical knowledge. So practically we are getting good results with these drugs. Okay, so these are some of the formulations what I'm using. So with this, thank you all. And if any kind of suggestions to be added, I need because Vaidya Samohani Samshaya Karana, I may be wrong also sometime. So it's a group of Vaidyas. So if you can share your opinions with me, so I will be enriching my knowledge also. Thank you. Thank you. Over to Naveen.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I to say it's wonderful, splendid, rich with so many formulations, and that will be excellently learned for us to start our operations. And the session is open for question and answers. And first of all, let me pose one question, sir. It means we have got different types of COVID patients. For example, somebody with the symptomatic, still positive,
For that reason, I'm treating so many home isolation patients. So what I'm telling is no need to go for test. Instead of that, what I'm telling, so it is a common code. It means I'm completely keeping them under darkness. It means that they are not having, and first and foremost thing, what I'm asking my patients to do is don't follow any news channels. So this is the first criteria what I'm using. After that, so based on the situation, artificial positive or what, so usually we Ayurveda Vaidyas will be depending on dosha dusha principles. So for that reason, based on lakshanas, I'll be planning. So what I told based on avastha like amavastha, pachamana pakvavastha. See for example, common cold, or you may take COVID also. COVID positive, but the person is not having lakshanas, but he's getting to he's in sanchaya avastha. So kriya kala principles. So if he's getting into sanchaya avastha, at that time immediately we can go for, so as the Jara line of treatment, Jaradolanganam, Jaramadde Tupachanam, Jarante Virecham. The same principle I'll be applying everywhere. So Rasaushadis, so usually in acute condition, immediately I'm not using any of the Rasaushadis. So first I'll be using my gunshot medicines like Sudarshana, Iflosil, these kind of things I'll be using. So in the later stage, I'll be entering into Rasaushadis. So Rasaushadis, so what I explained, usually most of these things I'll be. So today I took only these medicines. Why? Because I don't want to get into Vaishish Ratnavali also. There are so many formulations are there, but they are not completely available in the market. And theoretically I may be knowing, but practically I may not be knowing all those things. For that reason, I'm not recommending those things. So practically, and so many of my Maharashtra friends, they are using larger medicines, means Rasaushadis than me. And one more thing I forgot here to mention. Nowadays, so I'm using some products prepared by one of my friend. So in Maharashtra itself, so that is based on Panchabhautika theories. Panchabhautika theories, and they are going for Dhatmagni level kind of tree, like Rasa Pachaka Vati, Rakta Pachaka, Mamsa Medo Pachaka, Asti Majja Pachaka, like that some Vatis. And these Vatis, they are not, binding agents are completely absent there. I'm using one of my friend, a very good friend, Dr. Ravindra Mane. He's preparing, and I'm asking him to present a session in this platform also. Very soon he may be presenting. So that fellow, he's preparing, he's a Rasa Vaidya, and he's preparing, and those things I'm using in my clinical practice. Simply one tablet of Rasapachaka Vati, whenever we are feeling a kind of ama kind of thing, tiredness kind of thing, in my home we are taking a pill and we are putting into our mouth. So within few minutes, not even hours, within few minutes, we can see the changes. So on my, I can apply, in my family, I'm using this. So for that reason, and those tablets are very small kind of thing, very small tablets. So that is not the bigger tablets, this kind of thing. Usually our Kashaya tablets and all this thing, they are big enough, but they are very small. So for that reason, so whenever the avasthas will be there, based on avastha, the principle will be same. Langana, Langana Bachana, Dosha Vachechana, the same principle. And one more thing I want to highlight here is post-COVID, better to go for one or the other way of Shodhana based on the situation. Specifically, Virechana will be better, I think. So why? Because so last year, the patient, those who got affected by COVID, till today, they are having some of the one or the other complaints related to that. So for that reason, I suggest so go for the principles itself. So principled approach of our medicine is going to be a helpful thing. So in this way I am using. So there may be some other opinions as well. So Rasaushadis and all, very small dosage and later stages, not in the early stage I am using.
Actually, sir, while hello.
Yes, Naveen.
Yes, actually,
Yes,
sir,
yes,
while you were like describing about Fufusa and Rakta Moksha,
Yes.
and Dr. Rahul.
Yes. I want some more opinions on that, right? Because it is my theory, what I am proposing.
No. Actually, I'm for that theory. And Dr. Rahul was mentioning like use of Rasaushadis in like or when to use the Rasaushadis, when to select medicines, when to use Kashtaushadis, like these things. No, actually, I think as you were mentioning, if we really look into the Samprapti, we can see that even Charaka says that Kabhavadatmaka vedu Pittasthana Samudbhava. That means Pitta sthana, the sthana is Pitta. So we have to consider Pitta always. And Ashtanga Hridaya also says that Amasya Samudbhava. Urastha Kurudeshwasam Amasya Samudbhava. That means we have to consider Agni, we have to consider Pitta dosha, we have to consider Rakta Dushti. So, Rakta Moksha, of course, we may need when there is a Rakta Dushti, which is in a Atyaiga state, like in a Visha. We may need Rakta Moksha. Even though Vata is very important, we have to consider Vata because Rakta Moksha can trigger Vata in Shwasa. Acharya even ends the Chikitsa by saying that Vata is the main dosha in Shwasa. Then, if it is a mild case or moderate case, of course, we may have to consider the dosha level, like Pitta dosha. And in a preventive aspect, I think we have to concentrate more on Agni Dushti and Vata Pratilomata, because Vata Pratilomata is one of the main Samprapti Ghataka in Shastra. So I will mention one of my experiences. As you know, we Keralites are very, very poor in using Rasaushadhis. I mostly use Kashtaushadhis. Only a mild number of Rasaushadhis only we use. As I practice in Moscow, I had a patient. She was more than 70 years. She was an asthma patient. She was using nasal sprays, steroids for many years. While she came to me, it was before COVID actually, and she was having all symptoms of Agni Dushti, Vata Pradilomata, and all, like irregular bowel and all. And my treatment, I was concentrating more on this Agni and Vatanulomata. Later on, when COVID came, and she could like get rid of this inhalation treatments, steroids, and everything, she was feeling normal with our medicines. But while COVID came, she became like panicked, fearing that we could hear a lot of youngsters even dying of COVID, out of pneumonia, Shwasaroga, and all. She was in a fear. Actually, I was also in a fear, thinking that she may become like fatal if something like if she will have an infection. Unfortunately, she had an infection, and I was also in a situation of fear. But I would say that we never had to use any kind of Rasaushadhis, since we have treated. Since unfortunately we could start the treatment before COVID itself, and she was in a treatment, like she was using our medicines, and we could like reduce many of the Samprapti Gatakas. So that patient didn't go to this Atyaiga state. She had only mild symptoms of COVID. Even though in her family, even her children who were otherwise considered to be normal had more symptoms than her. So what I felt from this is that Samprapti Vikatana itself is the treatment. If we can do it, like for junior doctors who are in this group, my humble request is, if you are getting a patient in the initial stages or in a preventive condition or in the mild stages, of course you have to concentrate on the basics. Selecting Rasaushadhis, of course, it is a wonderful thing. If you know the Rasaushadhis, it will help in a Atyaiga state. Even in mild or moderate stages, you can use it, but always stick on to the basics and take care of all these Samprapti Ghatakas. It is a request from my part. Thank you. And your wonderful presentation, which was like wonderful with a lot of information for me also. I would say personally, it's most of the medicines are, of course, I just studied during my college days. I never practiced with these drugs, so I'll be also trying in future. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. That's the main thing. Usually the complication here is Vataja Kasa. In the later stage, Vataja Kasa will be getting. At that time, the basic principle has to be means Pratilomana will be there. Anulomana is a very important thing, followed by Gratapana. Bhojanottar Gratapana. Grata is a very important thing. So Rasaushadhis. So yes, of course. It doesn't mean that only Rasaushadhis will be working. So Kasta and Rasa both together will be a better platform. So I think that.
Sir, one more question is there.
Yes.
How frequent Godanti Bhasma can be used?
So I am using Godanti Bhasma almost 10 to 15 times per day, a pinch, what I told. So that kind of things I am using. In other means high fever and all I am using. So in high fever condition, what I am doing is I am very big fan of Shaddhautagrata. So Shaddhautagrata I am applying on the forehead, one thing, followed by Paniyas. Means I'll be applying a Langana principle there based on the situation. And this Godanti Bhasma, I'm not mixing with honey and all, nothing. Simply I'm taking a Godanti Bhasma, just a small pinch of that and putting onto the tongue. And really it's a miraculous kind of result. So within few minutes, like that temperature will be reducing. So I had seen this practice, these things I actually got to know by Dr. Ravi Shankar Parvati sir. So he used to do this thing. Wherever he used to get Ateika condition, at that time his approach was like that only. He used to apply Shaddhodagrita, it means hypertensive condition. At that time he used to apply Shaddhodagrita, followed by Dhara, Seka, this kind of thing. So till today I am also following the same kind of thing. And Godanti Vasma, maximum time you can use, so that you'll be getting better results, and it's not going to cause any harm. Why? Because you are using very little quantity and it's not going to harm you, and it is shodhita what the bhasma you are having, so it can be used, no problem.
Another question is regarding post-COVID symptom. How can we manage the post-COVID symptom, especially tachycardia?
Post-COVID symptoms. So here I ask all my fellow doctors to concentrate on our basics again. So why? Because see, for example, whenever you are feeling lethargy kind of condition, so surely that is a rasakshaya condition. So whenever rasakshaya condition is there, uttarottara dhatu kuposhana is going to take place. So it means that post-COVID also, the same kind of situation will be there. So they might have taken modern medicine. In modern medicine, all of you are knowing, so whatever the medicine they are giving. So surely the body is not able to tolerate that condition, and lethargy kind of things are very commonly seen. Breathlessness, tachycardia, these kind of things will be there. Tachycardia, these kind of things can be easily managed by just going for that Pulmelan, what I said, or the Dadima Valeha, Madhifala Rasayana. Paniya yoga is very, very important because they are Sadhyo Balaprada, or Karjuradi Manta, we can say, Draksharishta or Draksha Avaleha, these kind of things we can say. But after that, when they are going to get the Bala, better we are supposed to go for Shodhana also. Because once we are going for Shodhana, later we will be applying proper Rasayana. So when proper Rasayana is given at that time, this whatever they are telling about vaccination, all those things. So the person who is following Dinacharya, Ritucharya, and Rasayana therapist, surely he may not be getting any diseases. So that is the best thing. And post-COVID, the lethargy kind of things are there. So there are so many granules available nowadays. Ashwagandha granules, there are so many granules. So any of the granules you can. It means Madhura Rasa, Grata, and Avalehas are very important. Or else the tachycardia kind of thing, we can go for Amalakarishta, followed by that Hridroga Chintamani Rasa, what I said. So that is going to act better, I think. Yes.
Yes, sir. Another question is regarding a patient. The RT-PCR was found to be negative 2 times. She was not having any symptoms, only weakness.
Okay. So actually, RT-PCR, even the modern doctors are not completely relying on that. Why? Because there are error chances, false positive, false negative chances will be there surely. So that is the reason why their guidelines will be changing daily basis. So now RT-PCR is not the only criteria. They will be going for CT scan, so CT score based on that, and they will be going for other D-dimer. So for that they are and some inflammatory markers they are going. There are so many other things are also there. So better, my suggestion is, so whenever don't think each and every disease as COVID itself. So just go for basics, and Rasakshaya Lakshana, Vata Vriddhi Lakshana, Pitta Vriddhi Lakshana, Kapha Vriddhi Lakshanas will be there. Based on that, any of Ayurveda medicines you can use. So if the patient is having weakness and all, so better to go for Rasa Vriddhi again. So Rasa Vriddhi, Rasayana will be the better option. So like granules I said, or Paniya Dravyas like Dadima Valeha, these kind of things will be active.
One question is being asked from Dr. Crispin Babu. He is asking, can you explain Rasaushadhis in pregnant, feeding mother, pediatric cases like that?
Yes, actually, these things in pregnant ladies and in pediatrics. So some of the Rasaushadhis are means not exactly in Ateka condition we can use, but usually we are not giving this Harata means Tikshna Aushadas. So whatever we are considering Tikshna Aushadhis, they are contraindicated in those things. The same principle applies for Rasaushadhis also. Instead, changing the Anupana we can give in Ateka conditions. If the Gastaushadhis will be doing our work, then better to avoid at that time. But there is no such reference that in Garbhini Avastha or in pediatrics, Rasaushadhis should not be given, nothing like that. So we can use. So in our practice, we are using Rasaushadhis, we are using in our practice.
Sir,
So
another
for
question.
children also, they are giving very good results.
Along with that, another question is, can we use Swamla of Dupabesar in 4 months pregnant lady?
Yes,
Who
of course.
positive?
No harm in that. Why? Because it is completely Chavanaprasha related. Chavanaprasha can be given. No problem with that. And it's having basmas which are very negligible amount. Swarna basma is very good. Abraka basma is very good. Rajata basma is very good. They are all having their own properties. So it will be better. Actually, it is best available now. So
But
they can use, no problem.
sir, the pregnant lady was 4 months in gestation period and was positive for more than 14 days. That was the real crux of the situation. So I think at that
Okay.
point, formula is not suitable. I think so.
Yes. Fourth month, usually up to 4 months, we are not giving any medicines and all. So, as in told in our Shastra. But based on Advaita conditions, we can switch over to the things. It's my opinion.
And, another case, sir, here described is you can see that one patient who had been hospitalized came home last week. He was given steroids and he is a diabetic. Now the sugar is under control, platelets are going down. It's only 1.43 lakhs. So weight loss of 3 kg in 7 days. HP dropped
Oh,
from 13 to 11.
oh.
It's a bit complicated case, I think, and this cannot be easily solved by simply through a question. I think Dr. Bhavana Diora, isn't it, sir?
Yes,
Can
yes,
you
yes.
help her? Can you help her if she can call you directly or?
Oh, sure. They
I
can
think,
call.
I think
Actually, the
it's a
thing
very,
is, in that case, it's clearly the signs of Dhatuksha Lakshanas we can see by those things. So, whenever Dhatuksha Lakshanas are there at that time, surely we need to go for Asaushadis. So, because fast action we need. So, Swarnabhasma, this kind of, they can call, no problem. I'll try my level best to help them.
and sir, another question: what are the antidotes we should be ready with if we use resolutions?
Uh, Very good question. Most of the Ayurveda doctors are having this question, I think. So, in my 12-year careers, I'm using most of the Rasaushadis, but till today, I never came across with any of the complications. Maybe I lucky enough for it is based on Shastra, I don't know, but I'm not. And the antidote kind of thing is what I'm using is, see, whenever any drug related complications happens, so at that time usually I'll be going, I want to share one experience. So when I was a very right after my PG, so I administered Tribhuvan Kirti Rasa to one Jwara patient. That Jwara was a Pitta Jwara. So Pitta Jwara, when Tribhuvan Kirti was given, at that time immediately all over the body rashes started immediately within no time. Usually it is called ADR, adverse drug reaction. Actually, it was not drug reaction, it was physician reaction. So it was my mistake because in Pitta Jwara I gave that. So immediately I realized and I started with the Pitta Shamaka. So immediately I applied Shaddha, I started Shadanga Paniya and some of the Avaleha forms, means Dadima Avaleha, these kind of things I started. So within no time they all reduced. So it means no need of panicking because these are not vishas actually. Rasa yogas are not vishas. So rasa yogas are completely shodhita and they are having, see for example, any of the rasaushadis you take, wherever parada will be there, surely gandhaka will be there. It means kajali form. It means parada is combined there. So like that, for each and every of our rasaushadi formulations, they are based on that theory only. So means oxidation kind of thing is never going to happen. That I can assure. But you need to depend on quality of the preparation, how the person is preparing and all. So that is the only reason why I am sticking to only one pharmacy. So other pharmacies, they may be good, but I don't know. So for this antidotes kind of thing, based on doshas again, if something goes wrong also, based on doshas. If Pitta Lakshanas are there, go for Pitta Shamana, Vata Lakshanas, Vata Shamana, like that. There is no specific antidotes. Grita can be considered as an antidote because most of the Rasaushadis will be acting as Pitta Prakopaka if it is not properly used. For that reason, so Grita will be the best option.
Sir, Dr. Megha Ajarya is asking about a case. If
Yes.
WBC and hemoglobin are decreasing and ESR is rising, the patient is having weakness and mild cough, what should be the main options?
I suggest to go for Swasakahasa Harirasa itself. Why? Because the formulation is in such a way that, and followed by Pushkaramrita will be better option. But again, the doctor has to think of. And here I want to suggest one thing is, see, this clinical features, we Ayurveda doctors at least, I can't talk about modern doctors. At least we Ayurveda doctors, we are supposed to stick on to the clinical findings. So rather than depending, why? Because as I told, I'm a Rognidana scholar itself. So I know the limitations of lab, as my friend Rahul and Naveen is also knowing. They are also from Rognidana. So some limitations are there in lab investigations. So it is a machine error, it is a lab technician error. There are so many things are there. We cannot completely depend on those things. So better to depend on clinical findings, and based on that, so many times, so many junior doctors and the patient, they are coming to me with a report. So first and foremost thing, don't see the report initially. So first you need to go for the clinical findings. Later, if needed, you are supposed to go for the lab investigations. It is my opinion. So better in that case, I think those levels are not very high. And here one more thing I want to point out is, you might have heard Dr. B.M. Hegde sir's speeches and all. He's always telling related to physiological values he's telling. So there is no standardity for physiological values itself. Then pathological values, we cannot rely on that. So better based on our things itself, we can go for the like treatment protocol and all.
Sir, another question is regarding the use of Resaushadis in cytokine storm. That means when cytokine storm happens, when the patient is worsening day by day, what can we do? That is the
Yes, sir.
import we have.
Very good question, actually. So here everybody is thinking in that direction itself. So the biggest problem what the modern science is facing is drug resistance and this kind of autoimmune kind of thing. Cytokine storm is nothing but an autoimmune thing itself. So it means at that time they'll be giving immunosuppressive drugs, right? So whereas, we can give our drugs like the Swasaka Chintamani, Samira Pannaga, Samira Pannaga specifically highlighted. So those things and this experience actually here in my place, I'm not having access with some ICU patients and all. So in my friends in family, actually they are practicing this thing. So very shortly I'll be asking them to join and they'll be presenting also. So what they are telling me is, so in the ICU setup, along with the modern doctors, they are giving some lehas mixed with Abrakabhasma, Swarnabhasma, ST Madhuchurna, Pippili, these kind of things. So that the ICU patient, they are giving like a leha. So along with modern drugs, they never stopped the modern drugs as well. So both hand in hand they are giving. And the success rate is very good because whenever the patient is going to enter into ICU and on ventilators, reversing is very, you all know. So for that reason, when they started to add this Ayurveda formulations as well in ICU setup, they are getting very good results. So it means in cytokine storm. So in that situation, so their aim is to give steroids and suppress the immune response. So in that condition, we can give. And very good experiences what I am having is, so never let the patient to enter into that phase. So before that, Uttarottara Guruta will be there. So Purvottara Laguta will be there. So earlier stages, early diagnosis, early treatment will be the better option, I think. In that cytokine storm, when it is started at that time, they may not allow the Ayurveda doctors to intervene there. If at all you are intervening at that time, the best option at that time is go for Siraveda. Just take a needle and puncture. No need of Snehana, Svedana, all these things. So at that time, immediately you may save the patient and it may be a good contribution also.
Another question from Dr. Purnima, which is in connection with what this.
Yes.
Just rightly told. Which Sira has to be selected for?
Yes, as I told in that shloka itself, Yakrat Pliha. Yakrat Pliha is the main thing we are supposed to think here. So whenever Yakrat Pliha, so in this condition, I prefer Dakshina Bahu Siraveda. Dakshina Bahu Siraveda is preferable. So why? Because so in Sushruta Samhita it is clearly mentioned as, so whenever we are going for Siraveda and the Roga, means in which Roga, which area has to be selected, that is also explained. So for that reason, Dakshina Bahu Siraveda will be working better there. So for that reason, we can go for Dakshina Bahu Siraveda. So that is told in Yakrat Vikara, Dakshina Bahu, and Pliha Vikara, this Vama Bahu Siraveda is right hand, left hand. So right hand will be the preferable thing. Right cubital fossa will be the preferable thing, I think. I want to clear that till today I am trying to get such patients, but I never got those kind of things. Only one trial I did was on a carcinoma patient, lung carcinoma patient. There I got a very good result. So with that, I'm just continuing with that. If at all I'm going to get such patients, surely I'll be planning. If you get such thing, you can plan, and please let me note the results also. I'm repeatedly telling that. And one more thing he added there, that can Sadhya Vamana and Sadhya Virechana can be reconsidered. Yes, of course we can, because based on dosha avasthas. So here instead of going for Vamana, I think Vamana may not be a suitable thing. We are supposed to go for Virechana itself. That to Mrudu Virechana or Snigdha Virechana, this kind of thing based on the situation. So and in clinically also you might have observed the patient who is getting a proper loose motions after infective phase, he'll be feeling relaxed. So that means that Virechana surely is going to help us. Here most of the Pitta is involved. Most of the time Pitta Sthana Samudbhaya, as Dr. Naveen was telling, the same kind of thing. So we can apply.
There, sir, the case of Sadhya Vamana, I think
yes.
It is extreme. It may be very much useful. Why? Because if the pneumonia is happening and many of the secretions like
yes amashaya samuttita vyadhi, at that time surely it depends on whatever the condition, like dosha sthana, so where sthana samshaya is there, based on that we are supposed to think. So if a person is getting a kind of breathlessness, these kind of things, or accumulation is there in chest area, because amashaya is nabi sthani or madhyam, it is not only stomach itself, so even the lungs will be covered there. So yes, of course we can go. Specifically, Estimadu Fanta will be the better drug, I think, according to me. So Rahul may add something.
And sir, I remember one of the case experiences revealed by one very senior Ayurveda doctor. I think she's the oldest female student of Kottakkal Ayurveda College. She recently passed away. She is Dr. Madhavi Kutty. She was remembering a case when she was studying in the college. She is a single female student at that time in the college. And at that time, one messenger came from the nearby palace. It was in 1940s or something, asking the help of Ayurvedic physicians to attend to a young lady of fever. And her professor, Dr. Madhavan Kutty Warrior, who is the brother of now the managing trustee of Kottakkal Ayurvedishala, was there. And he took this female student, Dr. Madhavi Kutty, along with him. And when they reached there, they saw a patient, young female patient, who is lying down with a severe dyspnea and fever. And at that time, she was telling that when she was thinking about some medication, and this senior Ayurvedic physician, professor, ordered to give Uros Vedana by using Tavidu Kidi. Tavidu means the bran of rice. So by using then instantly they collected the rice bran and made it into a kidi, made it into a potli, and then applied it on the chest, and immediately the patient got a good amount of expectoration. And also immediately she used to tell that after 5 minutes the temperature got down and she escaped. So when that question came, I remembered what she told, and she was telling that when in our granthas like a Chikitsa Manjari, which is used in Malayalam, many a time for single doshik jwaras, Vadiga jwara, Paitiga jwara, Kapha jwara, or in Dvandvaja jwaras, they used to tell about some kashayas, medicines, etc. But when it becomes Sanibadiga, it is mentioned as Sanni in Keraliya Chikitsa, Sanibadiga dosha avastha. They used to prefer some procedures. For example, Sanni Kidi is a pottery which is applied on the vertex when the fever is very high. As you have mentioned that the use of Shadadauda Grida in vertex, you have mentioned just now.
Yes.
So it is very important to perceive when the Jara is turning into Sanipadika. And in treating Sanipadika Jara, one should also use procedures also. That will be giving instant relief.
Yes. Tega procedures will be surely helping.
Yeah. And also one question for you, sir,
Yes.
regarding your opinion for vaccination.
Yes, it is the most controversial thing if I tell something. Actually, till now I never took any vaccine, and the same I followed to my child also. Since from right after birth I started with Swarnaprashan itself. I never gave any vaccine to my kid also. So I'm not believing in that. Why? The reason only is, see, whenever virus is there, so virus tend to mutate. That is the reason why they are giving. I'm not giving that. So modern medicine is giving that it tends to mutate. So when it is mutating at that time, how can they give? And they are telling it is RNA related. How can they give antibodies for that? And this is the main thing, according to me, why the drug resistance and all these things, or else a kind of HIV situation and all those things. Till today, for common cold, there is no vaccine. But for corona, within few days, a vaccine is there. Yes, it's a national program. I need to respect, no doubt in that. Those who, I'm not telling anyone not to take, but my personal opinion is, so we are having better vaccination system. So if you get infected, surely you'll be having antibodies and all. And there are so many. See, just I want to highlight here is, see, day to day, daily basis, they are changing their stand. Modern medicine, daily basis, you observe. You may be observing since from last 1 year. So daily, HCQ was a best drug at that time. Now nobody is using HCQ. Remdesivir, nobody is using Remdesivir. Now it's recently it was there, and the havoc kind of thing is situated, and oxygen related. When oxygen, so except if a normal person is there, at that time 100% concentration of oxygen is given, then what is going to happen? Whether it is not going to lead to rukshata in the lungs and all, in throat rukshata. So that might trigger this black fungus, what they are telling now. So these theories are regularly changing. If you look at the history of modern science, so they are always changing. They are telling them as updating, but actually they are not updating. So it means they are hiding their whatever the things are there. So whereas in Ayurveda you take, so 100 years ago, 2000 years ago, whatever the thing was there, till today the same thing is there. That's why Anadi Shashwata. So better we are supposed to think over this, and vaccination theory, I leave completely on you, because I don't want to comment on the national program and all.
I think Akshata needs to be appreciated for framing the most complicated question of this. And sir, another question is regarding a 4-year child, what to be given to as a prevention.
Yes.
Now the question is having importance. Why? Because today there are news that even the children are going to be getting vaccinated. Mm-hmm. So for a prevention in a 4-year-old child, what we will advise?
4-year-old child, actually children are having very good immunity until now. So what we are experiencing is, so many children got affected, but they are not showing any signs and symptoms. So for that reason, better not to worry, and let the children play and all. So because the main thing, I think the major concern for children nowadays is, because of the lockdown and all, the children are completely locked in big cities. But in village, the children are completely enjoying their life. So there is no school, nothing. And whenever happiness is there, no, Harshanam Brahmaniyanam. So that is a very important thing. When you are happy, mind, so no need of any problems. See, Vishada Rogavardhananam, the same thing. Whenever you will be having the panic attack or Vishada kind of thing, tension kind of, Rogavardhi will be there. So if you are completely happy at that time, the Roga chances will be completely reduced. So for that reason, don't trouble children. So let them be happy.
So another question is from Dr. Sweda regarding a long-standing CASA post-COVID.
Actually, she is working in my hospital itself. So I was earlier I was giving her example only. Now she's getting actually what happened there is in that case specifically. So she's having tonsillitis along with peritonsillar abscess was there. So because of that, the CASA triggered. So CASA triggered, and we started some medicines immediately, and it subsided. But now you can see. So whenever she tries to speak, at that time she's getting some loud coughing. For that, I already started Grita and Rasayana. Better she's respond. If any of the senior doctors, if you are able to add, because she's my colleague, she's working with me in my hospital. So if any senior doctors can add something to that, it will be helpful for me also. David, can you add something? Sorry, Rahul.
Sir, we are not seeing the patient, so I think there's some. She wants an immediate result. She says. So.
Yes. She's in need of immediate result because she's preparing for this PGET. For that reason, she's getting some disturbance in study as well.
If it is caused by Rukshada, sir, why can't we go for Vidaryadi Kritapana or something?
Yes, I started that only. I started Gritapana only. So right after Gritapana, the episodes are reduced. And she's comfortable. But still, that is there in her head. That after talking something, it will be coming. I started with Amrit Kalash as well. So she's responding well.
For an relief, I think Desamul cough syrup of Siddharam. That works well.
Yes. Dashmul cough syrup is good. Right. Sitaram Pharmacy. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I'll ask her to take.
And sir, another question is regarding referrals. That means when we have to refer a patient for ICU care if they need oxygen, at what stage we need to refer? Another question.
Okay, so again a tricky question. So here in my case, so I don't know, since from my starting days of practice itself, I don't want to refer my cases. So this is my theory. So the reason is it means I'm not having any belief on the other system. That is the main thing. That is the main thing why I'm not referring. But if the severity is there at that time, I'll be going to my seniors. So my gurus are there. So I'll be going to them and I'll be collecting their views on that, and I'll be treating. And in this situation, so I treated the cases almost yesterday night. One patient called actually from Andhra Pradesh, I think. So their saturation was 75. But 75, and the patient was telling that some of her relatives died because of that, COVID itself. So she's in Vishada again. So whenever that saturation was 75, and patient was not willing to go to the hospital. So it means I started with Swasakasa Harirasa itself. So she recovered. Now almost 85, 90 around her saturation level is. One more thing here, why I'm against referral is, see, when you will be referring the case, at that time, the opposite doctor, usually the modern doctors will be referring. At that time, they will be getting a kind of wrong impression of Ayurveda. Again, so they gave some kashaya, they gave some drugs and all, the complication happened, and they sent to us. So usually, normal tendency of modern doctors consultant is same only. I'm not telling all of them. There are very good doctors are also there. So here, what our Charaka says, Vaidya Samuhani Samshekarana is there. No? Multidisciplinary practice is very good. Why? Because intubation you take, or oxygen you take, or some of the emergency things you take. At that time, we are not that much trained in that. So if they can help us in that regard, then in long run, we will be helping them surely. So I had seen so many such cases also. So those who are being admitted in coma stage and in the ICU level, and they all, because everything was finished at that time, so they came to Ayurveda and they recovered. So I'm having so many such experiences also. So better whenever here concentrate on Swasa. In general aspect I'm telling now. So whenever Swasa is there, at that time Swasa, when a kind of gasping kind of breathing or a kind of dilated eyes kind of things. So you'll be, as a doctor, you'll be knowing all these emergencies. So whenever you'll be seeing these kind of situations, at that time, immediately go for backup or go for referral. Why? Because you will not be willing that patient to collapse in your premises. So it is the better option, I think. So in that way, and if you are having good connections with modern doctors, well and good. So along with them, you can also go and you can also handle those things.
So Dr. Sanmati is coming with a very good point here. She is
Yes.
asking, after vaccination, many people are complaining of viral conjunctivitis. So what can be given in such case? So that's a good observation. If that happens.
Yes, it is happening also. Actually, in my apartment itself, I had seen so many families. One family member got vaccinated and all others got affected with COVID. That is also there. So there are some theories in our group that the vaccination itself might have triggered the second wave also. So I may be wrong also, but it may be the reason. It may be there. And in conjunctivitis kind of thing, so whether it is viral or whatever it is, so better go for our conventional line of treatment itself. Like Trifala wash we can give, Saptamrita Loha we can give, and Pitta Shamana Chikitsa specifically, I think. So whenever the Rakta is involved, at that time it will be better to go for Pitta Shamana itself. So I think some like Kshira can be put into the eyes. So that is also a good thing whenever conjunctivitis is there. Yes, of course, this conjunctivitis, I too come across with so many patients. It's happening.
Yes.
And this Sukshma Trifala we can use. So that is also, and there no need of thinking that it is viral. And one more thing I want to highlight here is whenever we are using Ayurveda drugs, so better to diagnose according to Ayurveda.
Yes.
So when we are diagnosing according to modern and giving Ayurveda drugs, no, it cannot be called as the Junayan Ayurveda. So it will be modernized Ayurveda. So that is not the right thing. So if we know our Samprapti, our basics and all, based on that, better to go for our Chikitsas. So Lakshana, Hetu Linga Aushadha. Hetu we are knowing, Lakshana we are knowing, Aushadha. So in that pattern is the better option, I think. Yes, Rahul?
Yeah.
I think you may give some more opinions on this.
Yeah. Yes, sir. I also feel so. That means we need to observe the Lakshanas because in Siddhanta Nidana, Acharya Gananath Sen is defining the disease by using the term Lakshana. Tattat Lakshana Samashtideya Bodhidavya Abhyantara Parambara Paramartho Roga, he says. So we need to understand the Lakshana, then we need to analyze the Abhyantara Vigritti Parambara, the internal pathology, which is pathological chain which is running inside, which we need to cut it. So the next question also is from a microbiological background, that is regarding antifungal treatment, where also I think the same answer has been given by sir.
Yes.
He is asking about, Dr. Bhavana is asking about mucormycosis. So in that case also we need to understand the Lakshanas and then go forward like that. I haven't treated any such mucormycosis. So I think sir can have any experiences.
Yes, sir. So actually some things means are not related to COVID. So previously I treated these kind of things. The patient which was suffering in ICU, at that time, usually the tendency of this black fungus is common in this thing, ICU patients itself. So better at that time, because it is better we are supposed to go for like Grita. Grita means smearing. So that kind of thing followed by Dhupana. Dhupana is the best thing. And go for our this green remedies, medicine I told, no, grab capsule, this kind of things. Surely they are going to help. They will be helping, but comparatively better than modern. Or else simple Madhu can be applied. Simple Madhu application is also, as it is having Kasharasa and Lekhana properties, so it is also going to help a lot. So based on situation, we can change. I don't think this black fungus and all. Yes, of course, it might have been triggered because of the oxygen or remdesivir or whatever. There are so many things are there. Maybe right, but I think we can manage in a better way if at all we are coming across with that. And whenever we'll be getting that, so we can share with our doctor group also.
And mostly, sorry, it is an opportunistic infection mostly. And
yes, opportunistic, yes.
And so one important aim we should try is to improve the Rogi Vela of the patient.
Yes. That's why. That's what I am telling about post-COVID complication. Still, there are so many things are there yet to they will be coming. So at that time, we need to be prepared for them also.
I think Robana will be a good good option, sir.
Yes, Dhupar is a very good option.
It is mentioned. Haridram Patram Erandam Laksham Manasilam, one good Dubana is
Yes, yes.
That will help, I think.
Yes.
So I think, sir, almost all questions are answered. Between some comments, general comments have been written for everyone to read. That's all. So it was such a nice discussion, sir. Everybody has came forward with a lot of questions, and I feel all of us are empowered to have you here. And we think that you will be available with us in future too, as a lead coordinator in Bangalore, as well as
Sure, by all means.
in the referral board. So thank
and
you.
And one more thing, Rahul, just 1 minute. One more thing I want to, in our Bangalore group, so today one seminar or training session was there. So many of doctors are having a kind of confusion there. So they attended that, and some modern doctor, they gave a home isolation training for them. And in that, I think it was told that we are supposed to use modern drugs only in home isolation. So we are not supposed to use Ayurveda drugs. So like that, some questions I used to get. So here I want to clarify that. So that was related to government aspect, and they were doing that. And it was not having any role to play in this platform. And here surely we'll be using Ayurveda medicine only. We are not going to enter into modern science. That is the motto why we started this. And the government support, surely we are having our central government guidelines are there, Ayush guidelines are there. We will be surely following that. And whatever the medicines which I mentioned today, the active ingredients are which are told in the Ayurveda Ayush guidelines itself. The same things I told. I'm not adding any of the things. And whenever you will be giving my advice is, whenever you will be using this consultation, prescribing on the online, at that time better use them only. So when the patient come to your clinic, at that time it will be your patient, you can do whatever you want. So that one clarification, most of them, they are having that, and they were feeling means we want to work in Ayurveda field, but they are forcing us to go for allopathy and all, they were telling. But surely we will be using Ayurveda only.
Yes, sir.
Rahul?
Yes, sir. Actually, all the medical sciences, all the proponents of all medical sciences have formed this for the goodness of humanity. But at this stage of COVID spreading, the news spreading, all those megalomaniac things going on around us, what I feel personally that the more we use allopathic drugs, the more we are in trouble in this situation. So I think we need to spread this message, not to defame anyone, but to save our fellow beings, going and getting admitted in hospitals, then getting rampant use of steroids, remdesivir, ivermectin, lot of drugs which were used without any evidence. Those who demand evidence when we say Abarajita Duma, they are not concerned about using all these drugs without any evidence. And as are told, by the name of updation, what is happening? They are using something, and they are getting negative results. They say that there are so many people that became dead because of this application, and then they are correcting. So every time they are telling that all the recent studies are coming out false. So the dependability of a Shastra is under question. And so, as are told, our group is made to use Ayurvedic drugs within the ambit of national protocol. We have been empowered by the national protocol. A lot of drugs which Sir has mentioned is in the Ayush protocol. And by battling very seriously with COVID, we will be empowered. That is the final outcome going to happen. So by these words, I invite Dr. Naveen Chandran, who is over here, to conclude the session with his final remarks. Thank you.
Thank you everyone for joining this session in this evening, and thank you, sir, for this wonderful session, Basuraj sir. Because as for me, as I have explained you, it was a wonderful experience to listen to all these new medicines, and your experiences. It is highly valuable in such a scenario. And I once again thank all of you for being with us all these days. Every day we have sessions, and you are all of you are joining. Yesterday we had good participation. Today also we have better participation, and we will be distributing these videos again. So thank you everyone. Have a nice evening and good night.
Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.